He's always been a racist, a bigot, a xenophobic, and Islamophobic. We know that he called African nations a shithole in his first administration. We know that when he came down that escalator, he said he was going to stop Muslim immigration into this country. And so it is not surprising that he is going after black immigrants in this country. And it's certainly not surprising that he's choosing a black immigrant community that is also Muslim. But what I would like to say is that most of us are citizens. On our passport, it says we are nationals of this country. We love that Minnesota has welcomed us. Many of us have not been settled in Minnesota. We chose it as a home because the Minnesota people and the state is beautiful and very welcoming. And we are going to be here regardless of what the president has to say.
I agree. I love the tweet.
You know, man, I wonder if Ilhan Omar, I wonder if she reads the press. Yeah, like every time she talks, it's like, I don't know. Why so much talking? Yeah, why is she on TV so much? Yeah, you know, it's sort of like, you know, it's go do some whatever work. Why do you have to be a star?
I mean, I have no worry. I don't know how they take away my citizenship and like deport me, but I don't even know like why that's such a scary threat. Like, I'm not the 8-year-old who escaped war anymore. I'm grown. My kids are grown. Like, I can go live wherever I want.
It's to the point when I hear her talk, it just gives me a headache, fam. I just get tired of hearing her talk. Over pronunciation of words, fake condescending smile. Ilhan Omar, you do not love America. It's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. You're just glad to be here to get money.
The one place where we thought we would never experience this is the U.S. goddamn states.
Why come she can't just go, like, do representative shit? Why is it every time I turn around, like every week, it's like her trending for talking about Trump? You know?
I'm so exhausted in trying to ask what any of this, information has led to you finding any criminals that you have indicted that explains why you are wasting so much of our taxpayer resources.
I wonder how people in Minnesota feel about all the corruption between the Somali community and their money. Yeah, I'm pissed off with Westmore about my taxes and shit. I'd be really pissed off if there was a whole community of people robbing us blind, taking my money and sending it back to Somalia. Now, if you can prove that's bullshit, that'd be great. Then I'd want to hear from you.
All the Democrats say America's the most racist country in the world. That's what they say. It's the most racist country in the world. But everybody wants to live here. Do they not know? Maybe we should tell them. But it is weird that liberals are they're the ones being like, America's the most racist country on earth. Also, open borders, come on in. We want you to experience it for yourself.
But if all you got is complaints from 10 years ago when Trump said he gonna get rid of Muslims or whatever, if that's all you got, it's the Trump's greatest hits, that's really got nothing to do with today. You know? It just doesn't. It's just more grievance, complaining, and yeah. Go fix shit in Minnesota. Go do Minnesota work. And by the way, fucking way, Johnson, I didn't buy the little skit where the guy threw an unknown liquid on you and you acted like a badass. I didn't buy that.
Abolishment of the agency. ICE cannot be reformed. It cannot be rehabilitated. We must abolish ICE for good. And DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment.
I know there's Democrats that buy anything Democrats do. I didn't buy that shit. Nah, I didn't buy that at all. You should be better at acting. Yeah, you're like a buck-05 wet. Running towards the guy, didn't know if he had a gun or not. Yeah, that kind of gave it away. Who the hell does that? You had security and you're going to charge at someone? And you're not even going to make sure that the substance they threw on you wasn't toxic?
I don't know
That's
what that
that's
was.
what they want. Please don't let them know.
It's not about him, Ilhan. Ilhan, it's not about him. It's about your safety. No, he sprayed something on you. You need to go get checked. Yeah, and it smells terrible.
Who the hell feels comfortable doing that? And not to mention, not just for you, for everybody else in the room. It could have been anything. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what the liquid could be? Now, it turns out it was vinegar. Lucky, huh? Oh, lucky luck. Luckity luck. So I don't know, man. I'm not buying it, man. I just don't buy it. I don't buy Ilhan Omar is a really serious person. I just don't, you know? I can't stand, like, there are things about the left I liked. I liked the idea of people having health coverage. I like the idea of a federal jobs program where people can get a job, be guaranteed a job at a fair wage. I thought that was great, you know? These are policies I thought were great. UBI, Universal Basic Income. It's going to become even more relevant as we get more into the robotics and the AI even further, right? These policies, I like these policies. Those three policies, I rock with those. But you know what I can't stand, fam? I cannot stand the attitude. The over-the-top, privileged, entitled bullshit. I got something to say and I'm going to say it.
What I will say is that there is an easier conversation happening today than 6, 7 years ago when I got to Congress about what we need to do with ICE, which is to abolish it. And there is a lot of conversation about what the dismantlement of the Department of Homeland Security should look like.
I just get tired of that shit. You know, that whole progressive hand on your hip talking shit. You're smarter than everybody. You need 100 words to say what 10 words would say. You know, like you can say it directly and be a lot simpler, but instead you gotta show off that you know a lot of words. Make it as uninteresting as possible. I'm turned off by it. You know? That's why, folks, I've got this going offer right now. You know, I'm putting together my press tour. Tim Black got a lot of shit to say. So I'm reaching out to different platforms. I got some platforms where we try to schedule. I've already got my first platform lined up. I won't disclose it yet because, you know, got to get the day locked in. So when we lock in the date, I'll definitely let you know. But I'm going to be letting people know where the bodies are buried. I'm going to be exposing the progressives and the Democrats. I think it's time that we start exposing the progressives for what they are. Condescending assholes like Ilhan Omar. Looking down their noses, talking shit about America all the time. And really, what do? What does she really contribute? Nothing. Not a damn thing. I'd like to know how she makes Americans' lives better. I know she makes Somalis' lives better, but how does she make American lives better? I know she makes her life better. Her and her husband have made their lives better. I want to know, what has she done to make Minnesotans' lives better? Yeah. You know, all of our criticism should not be reserved for Jasmine Crockett. Let's spread it around. Let's also look at Ilhan Omar. Let's look at Rashida Tlaib. Let's look at AOC. Let's look at what other progressives and these other people, these other Democrats. You know, let's examine the whole lot of them. You know, we already don't expect much of Tim Scott. We don't expect much of Wesley Hunt. right? But yeah. I don't see Tim Scott in my face every week, looking down his nose and talking shit. Nah, that's the Ilhan Omar shit. That's who that is. You know? I mean, Cory Booker, at least he stays off the way nowadays. You know? All right. Next.
Catch Tim Black live on the most dangerous show in America, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Don't miss out on the real. Stay dangerous.